Morning beeps, good morning everyone, how's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Where do we start, people? Where do we start? I don't know. There's so much to unpack, so much to talk about, not just from Saturday evening / Sunday morning, but the whole week. The whole week was incredible. It was by far the best week in Saudi Arabia. I thought Fury in Ngannou was good, that was good. But this one topped that by a million miles. The whole event was incredible. Hopefully that came across on the TV. The atmosphere was a million miles better than anything we've done before. Hopefully, again, that came across on the TV. But, mate, I got back late last night. I was going to try and do a video last night, but I thought, let's just leave it until tomorrow morning, and then we can properly kind of just talk about everything. So this video, I don't know. This video could be 20 minutes, it could be 30 minutes, it could be 15 minutes. I have no idea where this video is going to go. I do want to start by saying thank you for all the feedback regarding the daily vlogs. Again, something new. We did it. I don't know if you guys are new to the channel, but if you're not, you know that we did it for Fight Camp a couple of years ago. But this one was just a bit more because it is Undisputed. Look, so much to improve on, so much I'm going to improve on. I do want to continue to do more of these. It is difficult because I'm getting pulled everywhere, but hopefully you guys kind of got a little insight as to what goes on behind the scenes. I do have some more behind the scenes stuff from the fight night. If you guys want to see it, I might put a little video together of that. But I think for this video, let's just talk about the week, and then we'll get to the fight night. And not just the fight, not just Fury Usyk, by the way, but there's some other bloody incredible results on that fight card. Caballero beating Frank Sanchez. Kakache beating Joe Cordina. Maybe a bit of controversy in that. I tried to address it in the ring. That in the ring interview stuff, the one at the end, bloody hell, we'll get to that as well. So look, so much to unpack, but let's talk about the day I got there. So I arrived Sunday evening because fight week actually started on Monday. We had to do like sit down interviews, and it got difficult from the beginning. Well, not difficult, but it got interesting from the beginning. So as soon as I got there to do my interviews, I think the first interview we did might have been Tyson Fury. They said, Ade, so we had a plan, a schedule. They kind of give you a schedule of the interviews you're going to do. So I think it was Frank Warren, and then it was someone else, then Fury. But they said, Ade, Fury's ready. You ready to do Fury? And I'm like, well, not really. I never really write notes down, but I kind of have a couple of questions in my head. I was like, not really, but bring him in. So as soon as he comes in with a team of like 20 to 25 people. They're all big. And a few of them say, Ade, or I think they said my surname, Oladipo, you switch sides, you're now going Team Usyk. And I was like, it's a difficult fight to call. It's difficult, which is why you guys would have seen that Spencer put it on me, but kind of asked my opinion live on air, because I think that's in a couple of videos. It might have been one of the videos I've done here or somewhere else where I said I think Usyk is going to win. And that was quite difficult because they're coming in. Obviously, Fury knows now. And then I've got to sit down and try and get a good interview of Tyson Fury 10 seconds later, as they've just said that. So that was quite a tough way to start, but we got it. And then there's obviously the issue outside with John Fury and one of Usyk's camp, which I think was ridiculous from John Fury. Look, I've always said I love John Fury at fight weeks. I know some people do and some people don't. I think the majority don't. I do, because I think he's a character and he lights up fight week. And sometimes when you're doing these fight weeks, and trust me, I've done quite a few of them now, they can be quite boring and mundane and just repeat, boring. He comes in and it's exciting. And he obviously just went a step too far. So I'm not going to shoot him down like everyone else has done, but they do need to rein him in a little bit. And they definitely need to rein him in when it comes to corner advice. We'll get to that, because I think listening to it back, you got Sugar Hill Stewart and Andy Lee in the corner. Let them handle Tyson Fury. Watch John do him, but we'll get to that. So, yeah, so Monday was interviews. Tuesday was grand arrivals, and it was boiling. First world problems, I know, but it was so hot. But grand arrivals was exciting. This is something, obviously, that the Saudis have copied from Vegas, because we don't really do grand arrivals over here, even for the big ones. This is a Vegas thing where they do it and you see them walk through the MGM. But I feel like the Saudis have almost taken it to another level. What was Wednesday? Wednesday was media workout, Thursday press conference, Friday weigh-ins, Saturday showtime. We get to the arena at 2 o'clock Saudi time, which is midday here. So it's a long day. It's a long day. We get there, I do a bit of rehearsals, do what I got to do, just prep it. So the way it worked was, you guys would have seen it would have been me and it would have been Kate up top. So what they're trying to do, DAZN, they're trying to have two presenting areas. They obviously want me and Kate to work with each other quite a lot, which look, it's incredible that I'm even here. But they want me and Kate to work with, so they've got Kate on stage. And normally Kate would just throw to ringside and to commentators. That's kind of what we do in the UK shows. But they want Kate to throw to me throw to ringside. That's kind of how it works. We're getting used to it. But again, fortunate enough to work with Kate. So yeah, we're rehearsing. We're doing our thing. I'm going backstage. I'm looking at the fighters. Then in walks Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm like, okay, Jean-Claude Van Damme. So this is... Oh, you know what I don't do? I see a lot of people do it. I should do more of it. I don't take photos. I don't ask people for selfies. I don't do any of that. But Van Damme was there. And then Liv Schreiber, the actor from Ray Donovan, was there as well. And he must have come up to me and said, like, doing a great job. I'm like, what the fuck? Liv Schreiber's sort of talking to me, which was a bit weird. Who else was there? Obviously, Ronaldo was there. Neymar was there. A couple of NBA players. The only reason I know they're NBA players is because I watched them, but I don't know their names. I can't remember their names. Tall as fuck. This is when you know when people talk about Tyson Fury's height, is Tyson Fury 6'7", 6'9"? When you see an NBA player, that's when you know he's maybe not 6'9", because these guys are monsters. Like, you're like, Jesus Christ, these guys are big. But anyway, should we go through the card before we get to the main event? I know you guys are itching to get my thoughts on the main event, and we will get there, people, trust me. This video, as I said, could be a long one. Let's quickly go through the card. Let me quickly bring it up on BoxRec. Where are we? Event. What's going on? Okay, here we go. All right, let's start with Moses Itoma versus Mazenchev. Itoma obviously doing what Itoma does. I don't know what they're going to do. This is for the WBO Intercontinental title, which he's now a holder of, which means you kind of go into the rankings of the WBO. Don't know where, but you go into the rankings. I did ask Moses, I said, look, you're going this international route, which is fine. Some people go the traditional route, which I like, English or even lower southern area, which he's too good for, English, British, European, etc. He's not doing that route. He's going somewhere else. And he's like, look, I want to go that route, but I can't get these fights. I can't get the fights. He's ready right now to fight Fraser Clark. Like, he's ready right now to fight Fabio Wardley. He told me that. Frank Warren told me that. We'll see what they can do. David Niika versus Michael Seltz. Niika getting the stoppage. He got hit a lot. Got hit way too much for me. Way too much. I don't think his defense is that good. I don't know. I sometimes feel like these people in these cards are really wanting to impress. They're almost neglecting the basics just to impress his excellency and get on the card and make some more money. I get that, but yeah, I wasn't quite sure. I'm very excited to see where this guy goes next. Daniel Lapin. He beat Octavio Pudovita, whose name I struggled to pronounce all evening. I've stopped him early. It was a weird shot. Couldn't quite work out how he hurt him, but he got the result regardless. Isaac Lowe pushed all the way, I thought, by Ahmadi. Pushed all the way. Good fight for Isaac Lowe. Obviously, look, got beat by Luis Alberto Lopez and Nick Ball. Had a couple of gimme fights to come back. This was certainly not a gimme fight. Got the result. We move on. Sad to see Sergey Kovalev go it like this. Sad to see. It was strange because Kovalev was in and around the hotel. So we all stayed in the same hotel, and Kovalev was there all week. Just Kovalev and one person. Like, no team, no entourage. Literally just Kovalev and one person. Every other person had, like, entourages. Like, even people lower on the card than Kovalev. It was just him and one person. And I'm watching him thinking, and I interviewed him and said, you're the crusher. Like, for me, you're like, on this whole bill, apart from Usyk, he's got the best resume of everyone. Like, there was a time, and I said this sort of 10 years ago, when there were only two boogeymen in boxing, Kovalev and Golovkin. And it is sad to kind of see him go out like this. That's why I kind of hope, and he's not officially announced it, I don't think, but I hope that Golovkin is called quits on his career as well, because what you don't want to do is have something like this. And no disrespect to Robin Safar, but even if Robin Safar was a cruiserweight and Kovalev was Kovalev of 10 years ago, Kovalev's beating him. Kovalev's beating him. I don't want to hear it. So it's sad to see guys go like this. Kovalev clearly doesn't want to pull the trigger anymore, which is almost the first sign for me that a boxer, because there were times when Kovalev was getting in his spots. He threw the jab, and he always sets up with a jab, doesn't he? And he didn't throw that right hand. when you think of Kovalev 10 years ago, he's throwing that jab and then that right hand just coming over so quick you're not even seeing it. Now he's scared to throw the right hand because what it does, it opens up the body. Do you know what I mean? He opens up the body. So when he throws it, all this is exposed. And we know Kovalev is really, really soft to the body now. That's just years of abusing alcohol, if I'm honest with you. I mean, look, no one likes it to the body, but everyone knows Kovalev's got a bit of a drink issue, or had, I don't know. But yeah, Joe Cordina versus Anthony Kakache. Let me tell you something here about this fight. And this is not in hindsight, right? Playing Monday morning quarterback. I knew this fight was going to be difficult. I knew it. I remember, I just want to get the fight up before I get it wrong. I remember being at a Kakache fight, Leon Woodstock. I was there for TalkSport. I worked for TalkSport that day. And I remember thinking, this guy's fucking good. And I've always said it. We just don't see him enough. I've always said he's good. He's big. He's strong at the weight. He throws punches in bunches. He throws punches with mean intentions. So throughout the week, obviously, look, everyone was going Joe. And I was going Joe. But in my head, I was thinking, ain't as easy as people are thinking it's going to be. And even before the very controversial hit on the break, I think he was not having his way, but you could see that this was going to be hard. Like, Joe was going to have to be like Joe Rakhimov. Like, it was going to have to be that good, like 10 out of 10. And in the end, it almost just looked like Kakache was just too big on the night for him, too sharp, too powerful. Like, everything he hit Joe with seemed to hurt Joe. And I was like, Jesus. But obviously, the main punch that hurt Joe was when the referee said break, didn't jump in. Kakache landed a left hook, and you could see that stunned Joe. And Kakache knew it stunned Joe because Kakache jumped on him straight away. As soon as the ref said, okay, fight, he jumped on him. He knew. And it was downhill from then. I think that was round 3. And Joe done well. This testament to Joe's cardio and fitness. When he got knocked down, he face planted. Like, he literally went dumb on his face. So that means he was out. He was out. How the fuck he got up, I do not know. But yeah, that'll be Joe's last fight at Super Feather. He will move to lightweight. It just changes so much now, doesn't it? It changes so much. Like, if Joe was to move up, having unified IBO and IBF, he's getting a big fight at lightweight. Now, he's going to have to rest. He's going to have to take one in the winter against someone, and then it's going to be a case of getting him back in there. The only way you jump that queue is if you go straight back in with Kakache and beat him and potentially stop him, and then you move on. But we'll see what happens. All right, we need to get to the Usyk start quickly, don't we? Agit Kabayel. I don't think there's anyone that, apart from maybe Joseph Parker. So yeah, apart from Joseph Parker, I don't think there's anyone that's kind of used this Riyadh season to really push their career as much as Agit Kabayel. No one picked him against Makhmudov. No one did. Don't change your mind now. Everyone thought Arslanbek Makhmudov was going to beat him. Scary, punch power, just frightening man. A lot of people, if not the majority, thought Frank Sanchez was going to beat him. See, I don't want to give... I was Frank Sanchez, as I said, everyone was in the gym. I was in the gym with Frank Sanchez quite a few times. I was watching him work out, frightening. But then I was watching him walk, and there's clearly an issue. And I said this to Chris Mannix. I said, dude, I've been in the gym with this guy, and he doesn't limp, but there's something wrong with his leg. Frank Sanchez is a mover. He moves. Go and watch his fight against, oh God, how have I forgot his name? Nigerian. I can't remember his name, which is bad of me. Go and watch his fight against him. He moves. This time, it wasn't the same fluent mover. Don't get me wrong, I ain't taking anything from Kabayel. If Frank Sanchez against the Nigerian, who I forgot was 100%, this was a Frank Sanchez at 90, so still a very good Frank Sanchez. But Agit Kabayel now deserves a big one. There aren't that many big ones you can have because everyone seems to be locked up. Joseph Parker was ringside and he wants that fight. Jaya Pattaya, Marius Bradis. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. I'm the big Pattaya fan. You guys know I think he's incredible. I think he's frightening. What this might do might have removed that frightening tag. Might have removed it. Obviously, certainly got excited with the Ellis Zorro and Jordan Thompson wins. They're not world level. Bradis is. And I almost feel like Pattaya's lucky this isn't Bradis of 5 years ago. I'm telling you now. Like, if this was Bradis that was in the World Boxing Super Series, he beats Pattaya. Convinced he does. This is Bradis now touching 40, and he still gave Pattaya nightmares in the last couple of rounds. Like, Pattaya done enough. He got enough of a lead But then when Bradis put it on him, he just couldn't get Bradis off. He's almost lucky it wasn't a 15-round fight or even another minute on the clock. Jesus. All right, enough of that. Let's get to the main portion of this fight card. Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Now, if you saw my final daily vlog, right at the end, who did I pick to win? Usyk. Picked Usyk to win. I've kind of been Usyk all the way. There were times when I thought, Fury, but then it's been strong Usyk for a while. Like most of the videos I've done, did a couple of videos with G-Man. I've done some videos by myself. Again, I said it on the daily vlog. I have been so fortunate to have seen Usyk ringside twice, just watching him. I've been very fortunate to be around him fight week. That guy is different. I'm not joking, people. He is different. There is no screaming. There is no shouting. This guy is all business. All business. Lives the life fully. Not in and out. Not in and out when fight camp or when a fight gets announced and he jumps into fight camp. This guy is fight camp. This guy is fully in. So you've got a guy that is fully in, plus you've got a guy that is a grand chess master at boxing. That's what you have. You have a guy that completed the amateur circuit and now has completed the professional circuit. This guy is special. But in the opposite corner is also a very, very special fighter in Tyson Fury. And by the way, I scored the fight Usyk, I think. I wasn't doing 10-9, 10-8, so I wasn't doing it. But in my head, I was thinking, all right, Usyk's on top here. But there was a time, it might have been after round 6, where I was like, Fury could get rid of Usyk, you know? Like Fury's camp all week were talking about stopping him late. And I was thinking, maybe he could do this. Fury started landing some big uppercuts. He started putting his body on him. And I was thinking, Fury's enjoying this now. He started doing the thing where he's on the ropes and he's enjoying himself. And don't get me wrong, Usyk caught him a couple of times. It wasn't like a clean sweep of the first 6 rounds for Fury, but Fury won those first 6 rounds. The problem with that, you ask anyone, Usyk is a late Usyk almost doesn't give away the first 6, but you know, and he knows the second 6, oh boy, that's his wheelhouse. If you've not put enough damage in him in the first 6, then the second 6 is going to be a fucking nightmare for you. The thing is, Fury did put a lot of damage in him. Fury put a lot of damage, so much so his trainer was like, do you want to kiss the cross? And he was like, give me that cross. He almost needed something to push him and motivate him. And boy, he came out, I think it was round 7 or 8, like a bat in hell. And I tweeted, I said, Usyk needs a good round here. He got the round. He got the round. He had Fury on wobbly legs. And then round 9, Jesus Christ, man. Round 9 was so reminiscent of when Rocky Balboa hit Dolph Lundgren or Ivan Drago and had him on wobbly legs. It just reminded me of it. I was watching it thinking, this is it. And it took him so many punches in Rocky to put Ivan Drago down. That Fury was all wobbly legs and Usyk was trying to run after him and catch him and land some big shots. And when he went down or stumbled into the corner, because he didn't really go down, did he? I thought the referee jumped in. I was like, oh my God. But then obviously the referee just gave him a count. The referee, maybe Mark Nelson didn't handle that properly, but it's difficult. Everyone's digging the referee. It's difficult. You're in there. You've got 1 second to do something, to react. This is an undisputed heavyweight title fight. It's difficult just to jump in, and it's difficult. But look back to it. I thought Fury looked really good. I really thought he looked good. It was, and I tweeted this, vintage Fury. It was Fury Chisora. It was Fury. I'm going way back. Christian Hamer. It was a better Fury than I fought Vlad. I thought it was. I thought this Fury was a bit more aggressive than the Fury that fought Vlad. He had to be, because he knew he had to put a dent in Usyk, because he knows, they've watched the tape, Usyk will come on strong in the final 6. Oleksandr Usyk's insane. Pound for pound number 1. Of course he is, because if you go by what that term means, pound for pound, he is fighting in the land of the giants. He's fighting guys and giving them 40 pounds. 40 pounds. You know how crazy that is? He's not even giving these guys 40 pounds. He's giving them reach. He's giving them height. Do you understand what he's doing? It's frightening. So yeah, look, for me, pound for pound number 1. Inoue and Crawford can argue amongst each other. I mean, look, those top 3 are incredible. All of those 3 are double undisputed. But Oleksandr Usyk is something special, people. He really is. Again, having seen what he done to AJ, having seen what he's now done to Fury, something special. And because it was a good fight, I hate rematch clauses. And you guys know, if Fury won, I would have been screaming to scrap Usyk, Fury, AJ. But that was a good fight. Now I want to see it again. I want to see it again in October. Fury, I think, needs to get rid of John Fury. Not from the camp, from the corner. Again, you've got two really good minds in Andy Lee and Sugar Hill Stewart. Let them do what you're paying them to do. All the training camp stuff's all good. They don't even necessarily need to be in training camp. They make their money, like every elite coach, by the advice they give you when shit hits the fan. When shit hits the fan and they're starting to see Usyk switch up and do things that maybe you hadn't planned for, that's when they make their money. And you're allowing John Fury to kind of jump in and give advice. I was so angry. I was like, what's going on in that corner? But this is the last thing you need. You need one cool head, and Sugar Hill is that. Andy Lee's even that more so, just to give you some small pointers. Okay, he's now doing this, you do that. And it was just carnage in that corner, absolute carnage. Talking of carnage, my God, me in the ring. So, like, initially I go up to get in the ring, and I couldn't even get in the ring. So that's going to get me a little security guard to get me in the ring. And then I'm in the ring, and there's about 5 cameramen, and obviously by then, I honestly think by then there's about 60 people in the ring. Bear in mind, every time I've done an interview, the most I've had in the ring is probably 10. There was about 60 people in the ring, and I couldn't even get to Usyk. And I heard my guy in my ear, my director, Ade, just start talking and try and make your way. I couldn't make my way. Not just 60 people. There's about 20 massive people. So you have to kind of make my way. You get there. You know Usyk's emotional. English is good but not great. And you're trying to conduct an interview, but it's carnage in there. Carnage. Then you go to Fury. And by the way, people, don't take what these fighters say at the end of fights as gospel. Like, I know people are digging out Fury. Oh, he said this, he said that. They're concussed. They're tired. Adrenaline is running through their body like you wouldn't believe. If you lose, you're upset, you're disappointed, you're heartbroken. And people are so sticking on their words. I'm like, it ain't that. It ain't that. Calm down. Like, don't take it personal. Take what they say maybe in the post-fight presser as gospel, because they've had time to reflect, get some food in them, because they're shattered. They're absolutely fucking goosed. And everyone's like, oh, Fury said this. So what? So what? Don't take it personal, people. Trust me. I'm there and I'm looking in their eyes as they're talking. I can see they're still all glazed over. Even Usyk, very emotional. I don't know what that guy was doing when he was spitting water. I actually think he was spitting water at Usyk, and then it kind of went on us. Because I'm thinking, you're not spitting water at Fury's camp, surely. Like, stupid. You don't need to. You won. You've done it. You've conquered. You're the team that went in as underdogs and came out of all the pot of gold. So hopefully it wasn't a disrespectful thing he tried to do. Because if it was silly. Because Usyk's team have been nothing but the perfect gents all week. So I wouldn't want to think that they would change and somehow do something to tarnish that. But yeah, look, it was incredible. It was clearly the biggest event I've ever done. I'm going to talk about very quickly, we're going to end on this. My journey to get to this stage has been just, like, honestly, I was there ringside. In my head, I was thinking, okay, you're going to get in the ring and conduct this interview. And because it was such a good fight, this is going to be seen forever and ever for the next 25 years, whatever. And I was thinking, this is an incredible moment. And I actually got a bit emotional because, like, I am now, but I'm not a broadcaster. I'm not a journalist. Like, I didn't go to university. I didn't train for any of this. I'm not, like, I still get my words mixed up, just like most of you guys. Like, I'm not in any way, shape or form fucking Max Kellerman or some of the greats. Larry Merchant have done this before me. I'm just me. And I was given an opportunity, and I'm trying my hardest to make something of it. But I think most importantly, I'm trying my hardest to show a lot of you guys that if little old me can do it, I'm telling you guys now, you can do it. So if you do have, like, sort of a dream or aspiration to do something, especially in the media space, and you're thinking, yeah, you don't quite fit in. I do not fucking fit in. I do not fit in. Some guy came up to me in Saudi from Manchester, flew out for the fight. And he said, "Oh, Ade, man, well done, well done." And he said it actually when my boss was there, which was quite cool. He said, "You're so relatable, blah, blah, blah." And I think that's probably the biggest thing. Like, I think a lot of people maybe think that they can relate to me, like the way I talk and shit. But keep going, people, because I never, ever would have thought, ever, that I would be working the Undisputed fight, let alone have that moment in the ring, which was chaos, which was carnage, and speak to the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world and one of the greatest fighters of all time. Never, not me. But we did. Anyway, look, there's going to be so many more videos throughout the week. Fight week for Taylor Catchall starts tomorrow. And then back to Saudi, 5 versus 5. When do we press the